Inspiratory and expiratory muscle training is probably the easiest way to make big gains in the range of motion and strength of all your breathing structures. Now there's a lot of different tools out there to do this. The one that I'm going to talk about today is something called the breather. Now this product I like a lot because it's simple, it's inexpensive, so you can see that from the box it's got this big blue mouthpiece on it. Mine's a little bit different. Now, the reason I've done that is because you can see on the back here, by this person holding it with her hand, she's actually limiting her chest wall expansion. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to add a little piece of co-band around the breather and take off the mouthpiece. So that's what I'm going to do so that I can hold it with my mouth. Now, I'm not going to squeeze this thing really tightly with my teeth, but I'm more going to hold it in place with my teeth and my lips and create a nice tight seal around it. That way I can put my hands on my body and feel what's happening. So I'm going to breathe all the way in through the device and then out around it. When I first start training, I only want to train my inhale, and I only want to train my inhale on its own because it can be a lot of effort to both have resistance on inhale and exhale. Now this device has one inhale dial with 6 settings of resistance and one exhale dial with 5 settings. I'm going to set my inhale dial to 2 and go from there. Now, I've drawn a little bit of stuff on my body so we can talk about the various areas where I want you to feel this. The first is this tennis ball, where your diaphragm is, right where we began by sniffing, which if you haven't gotten that yet, go ahead and watch that video and make sure that you feel comfortable getting your functional mechanics to move. So we're going to feel it first and most here, but we're also going to feel expansion into the sides. And then gradually as we move up the rib cage, we're going to go from lateral expansion, moving forward all the way to the top where we feel this moving like a pump handle. And I've drawn these orange lines where I want you to feel some expansion. So all this down here, then gradually expanding into the top and then boop, opening at the very top of the chest. Now you might have noticed that at the very top, my neck tenses up. That's okay. As long as my shoulders stay out of the mix, I'm all right. What you're going to find is that over time, doing this over and over again, even as few as 5 breaths a day, makes a meaningful difference. The more you do, the more you'll get. As you get stronger, you can turn up the resistance and increase how much resistance your muscles have so that you can get stronger. So I just turned this up to 4, which is a significant jump. As long as you're using functional mechanics on your inhale, diaphragm first, chest second, shoulders stay still, there's really no wrong way to do this. You can go fast or you can go slow. Fast is going to train the speed element of your diaphragm and get those slow twitch fibers to convert to fast twitch fibers. And slowly is going to train range of motion in all your structures. If you're finding that you have a stiffer chest wall, you want to start with slow, big range of motion exercises. If you're a power athlete or an endurance athlete and you want your diaphragm to be able to keep up with you, train it more for speed. But really, variety is the spice of life, and it's also the spice of physical therapy. So change it up a little bit. Do this sitting, do this standing. Generally don't do it while doing something else like a multitasking activity. We want you to concentrate on how your breathing feels, what it looks like, and how to use it more effectively. Over time, you may develop enough endurance that you want to add the exhale portion. So if I were doing both, I'm going to put my inhale dial to 2 and my exhale dial to 2. And all I'm thinking on the exhale is blow out against the resistance without flexing. Remember that all my inhale muscles stand me upright, all my exhale muscles pull me downward. So I want to keep my upright posture while still exhaling, like this. If I want to add this into my stretching, that's going to give me new ranges of motion. If I'm laying on a foam roller, I can use this on inhale and on exhale, and I can gain a lot of range of motion in my chest wall that I wouldn't otherwise be able to get. So have some fun with the breather, enjoy it, use your skeletal muscles, use positioning to try to gain different movements in your chest wall, and then breathe into areas that feel like they're stiff.